Absolutely. I'm going to start with myself, and then I'll shift to the business because I
Got it.
think personally you need to fix yourself first before anything else works. Let's start back. Okay, I'm going to start back in 2006, which
Uh-huh.
is a long time ago. I'll do it quickly, but bottom line is I was paralyzed in 2006, what's called cauda equina. They had given me a 10% chance of walking or survival. I've beat both. Um,
Mm.
let's fast forward to 2023, where I had just sold my house. Um, I felt like I could do stuff again, yada yada yada, right?
Yeah.
And then this past February 14th, believe it or not, I had 7 levels of my back redone for
Mm.
titanium.
Welcome to the Real Estate Pros Show, where we interview real estate investing professionals from coast to coast, as well as the service providers that serve the real estate investing industry. Our goal is simple: share what's working now to help you improve and scale your business to the next level and meet the pros that can help you get there. Real Estate Pros is powered by Investor Fuel, America's leader in helping real estate investors and professionals build the business you need to live the life you've always dreamed of. Let's start today's show. Property insurance for real estate investors doesn't have to be difficult, but it does need to be there to protect you when you need it. MyInvestorInsurance.com not only provides insurance at 15 to 30% cheaper than traditional agencies, it's built specifically for real estate investors like you. You can set up an account in about 2 minutes, get quotes on properties, turn on and turn off insurance for your fix and flip or rental properties in around 2 minutes without having to talk to anyone directly, all through our portal. There's no better way or faster way to make sure you've got the coverage you need to protect you, and no more lengthy policies either. Once you're set up, you're billed monthly and prorated by the day for however long your policy is active. It's powered by MSI, the third largest independent MGA, with 1.5 million customers and more than $1 billion in cumulative premiums written. Get set up today in about 2 minutes at myinvestorinsurance.com/fuel.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Real Estate Pros Podcast. I am your host, Q Edmonds, and I am excited to be here today. I'm super excited about my guest, a true overcomer story. I love her perspective. Listen, she don't want to live in the past. She want to live in the future. But even though her past has powered her to where she is now and catapulted her to where she is now. And so y'all know how I like to give a great intro, but I don't want to tell people's story. So I'm just excited. You know, she's a general partner. She's going to talk about some real estate, but I'm sure she's going to talk about some life too, right? Just life experiences as well. And so I am so excited, and I would love to introduce you everyone, Miss Rachel Cohen. How are you doing today, man?
I am doing amazing. Every day is a great day. I think I told you that. And I'm going to tell you again, God is good. We are here for a
Yes.
purpose.
Come
And
on.
I'm here for my purpose, which is showing people the way of making money and living happier and healthier.
Absolutely. I love it. I think it's part of my purpose for us to meet today to have this conversation. I'm with you. I believe God does everything for a reason. And so we're here, right? And so I know our listeners who's listening, I know they're going to get great value from what you have to say, both on a business aspect and a personal aspect. So if you don't mind, I want to dive right in. So Miss Rachel, bring people into your world, people that's not familiar with you. Let them know what's your main focus these days. And if you don't mind, also maybe letting them know what markets you're operating in as well.
Absolutely. Um, let's see. Let's start with the markets. I like that. That's fun. That's fun stuff. Okay.
Yeah.
So my markets that I have chosen in the multifamily industry, and I have to make that real clear, multifamily. Usually the class is like B, and the property is a C class that we upgrade. And that's why it's in my heart. I want to upgrade for people. I also want to upgrade for my investors so they make some money at the same time. So my areas are, let's just say Dallas, Houston, Texas. I also work
Mhm.
in the Arizona Phoenix market, the Tampa, St. Pete, Clearwater area. That's a whole big chunk right there. And then the South Florida area, there's a specific, let's say Broward and Palm Beach County area that I look at, specifically because those are the areas that are growing. Job population's growing, people population's growing. Everybody needs a place to live no matter what.
Stop living on an island and join the #1 mastermind in America for professional real estate investors. Investor Fuel is a community of hundreds of the nation's top investors working together to build stronger businesses and better lives. In addition to the amazing community of real estate investors acting as a board of advisors for one another, Investor Fuel members have access to 100% funding on purchase and repairs for our members only, a health insurance program, and benefits and discounts that more than pays for the membership of most of our members, meaning it's actually costing you money to not be a member of Investor Fuel. If you're looking to scale your business and build a business that allows you to live the life of your dreams, please visit investorfuel.com today and book a call with our team.
So I really find it beneficial to go for those Class C properties that can be in a B area. I don't know if that's the specifics you were looking for, but that's the basics of it for that. But this is based on my heart. The reason I started doing this is what I want to kind of tell people. The reason I started doing this is because I went from wheelchair to walker, from walker to cane, and from cane to walking. And in 2023, I woke up realizing that my youngest daughter was in high school. And when she graduated, my disability check was going to leave. And
Mm.
when I say leave, it's not really leaving, but you get a little bit for each child, and she was the baby. So I decided I needed to start something in my life. I had a brain. So I had just sold my property in South Florida, and I took that money and I invested in myself. And I think that's the most important thing anybody can do for themselves. I took a course. Um, I took a few courses. MFM, Millionaire Mindset with Tyler Devereaux, Ryan Woolley. I also took Tim Mai's thing for cash flow, like raising capital. And then I also keep saying better stop that. But I also went to Brad Blazer, Raise Masters, you name it, I've been there. I've networked all over the country, anywhere from Florida to New York to Texas to Arizona, California as well. And then I've gone on some cruises where I've met some amazing people individually. And I think it's more important to meet people individually at their own, in their own environment, in their own space, and become friends with them. Because your friends are the people that are going to trust, love, respond, and help you.
Yeah. Yeah. No, absolutely. I'm sorry, was you about to elaborate? I don't want to cut you off. I
No,
heard you
no,
take a
no, no.
breath, but
I
I don't want
just
to cut you off. Okay.
no. I have a lot to say, but I want
Yeah,
to make sure I keep it short and sweet as possible. Just the people
gotcha.
know that I have learned immensely since 2023 how to underwrite, how to find deals, how to talk to brokers, which that wasn't an issue as I told you before.
Yeah,
How to I guess find the right deals so that we can, and I have a team. It's not just me, by the
yeah.
way. You can't do this by
Yeah.
yourself. I
Come
have
on.
about 30 people under me. I work with a key principal who can sign on the note. And then we use what's called a cash flow portal with Perry Zhang. That's how
Mhm.
we underwrite. That's how we um, transfer our funds from a person to the deal. That
Yeah,
way we have to do it legally. It's all, I guess, SEC approved, as you call it. I want people to understand this is an actual thing. Private placement memorandums are amazing because
yeah.
it's not like the stock market. I think I'm reiterating to you, but I'm reiterating to everybody now at this point is the stock market goes up and down, it fluctuates, you never know. But right this second, real estate is hit bottom, in my opinion. And
Hmm.
right now is the time to buy it.
Absolutely. No, I hear that. When we was talking earlier, I love how you said you love the partner. Two, you said you are a connector. You just like me. I always say my purpose is to unite, and my passion to do that is through storytelling. That's one reason why I love podcasts because I love to find other people's stories. And so I know you're a connector. I know you've been through some, getting over just and making major strides. So I guess my question is, it's not always easy in this climate to push through, to stay motivated. So What's been the key to keeping that machine running smoothly, yourself as well as your business?
Absolutely. I'm going to start with myself, and then I'll shift to the business because I
Got it.
think personally you need to fix yourself first before anything else works. Let's start back. Okay, I'm going to start back in 2006, which
Uh-huh.
is a long time ago. I'll do it quickly, but bottom line is I was paralyzed in 2006, what's called cauda equina. They had given me a 10% chance of walking or survival. I've beat both. Um,
Mm.
let's fast forward to 2023, where I had just sold my house. Um, I felt like I could do stuff again, yada yada yada, right?
Yeah.
And
Mhm.
then this past February 14th, believe it or not, I had 7 levels of my back redone for
Mm.
titanium.
If you're looking for consistent, high quality leads, look no further than Investor Machine. Investor Machine isn't just another agency, it's the most sophisticated, data driven lead generation company on the planet for real estate investors, and serves the role of being not just a lead generator for your business, but a marketing partner that is helping you achieve your goals along the way. Go to investormachine.com to learn more and schedule a call with our team today.
I love that song, I Am Titanium, because
Absolutely.
I am literally made of titanium at this point. And people always ask me, well, when you go through the airplane thing, does it make you go off or whatever? I'm like, no, 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 it's titanium, man. It's like the strongest metal in the world. That'll probably last longer than me. Um,
Yeah. Yeah.
but yeah, and then, so I had a reset, right? I had a reset. So I did the GP with Paul Montalago. He's an amazing person. I raised about just under $1 million for him. And when I
Sure.
did that, I learned that, you know what? I don't want to give away my deals anymore. I want to help people my own way. And I'm not negating he's a mentor. He's a great guy. Don't get me wrong, please. Amazing guy. In fact, he set me on the right path, right? Um Now personally, I can walk, I can talk again. It took me time I had to go to rehab. I had to move to Michigan of all places. I'm from Florida. To
Mm.
stay with somebody so that I can be safe. And I'm supposed to stay here through the end of the summer. In the meantime, I'm back to work. I have to make sure I get up and walk around. I have to make sure I can't sit for too long, stand for too long. I have to adjust. But in doing that, I've learned my abilities and I've learned how I need help, in certain areas. And that's how, and this is where I'm leading into the business part. That's how I've joined team members. That's why I've brought people together. That's why I do what I do, right? Because I know I have tons of people that I can help in the world. So what I do is I team up with really good people. Um, and I've got about 30 people under me at this point. Um, and we've separated it a little bit. So if you invest in one of our deals, right? This
Mhm.
is understand there's 2 lanes you can go in. You can either just invest. The minimum for that is 100,000 and you're making 8%.
Mm.
With 16% IRR, et cetera, et cetera. I can't get into details on here about everything else, but basically, if you join us, let's just say you do, you can choose to want you to do that to become a future general partner. And what we do is on Tuesdays, we teach people what we're doing. We show them how to do it, what the process is, like the due diligence list, the all the stuff that it takes to actually be a general partner. And we go through that. And then on Thursdays, we do the underwriting. So we have Perry or one of his teammates come on Thursday and go over everything with the underwriting piece with, what if this happens? What if that happens, etc. So that's 2 big pieces. I also am still connected to a lot of different communities that I am helping. So I'm trying to spread myself in terms of like helping. I want to help everyone, but you got to be selective with the right people. Um, and I've learned a lot about being selective, especially in
Yeah.
real estate. And I'm doing that so that people trust me. I think trust is the main entity, the main thing when you have real estate involved. You can't take down a 24 million or $40 million building without help. So you need to make sure you have all your teams in line, your property managers in line, your asset managers in line.
If you're a new or newer real estate investor looking to launch or grow your real estate investing business, please check out Investor Fuel Club. It's a coaching community, but unlike anything you've ever seen before. And you can actually partner with members of our mastermind from coast to coast on deals right in your market. There's no better opportunity to build a consistent business than to literally partner with pros to help you avoid costly mistakes, avoid the need for capital to do deals, and help you eliminate your fears as you're starting your business. Learn more about Investor Fuel Club at investorfuel.com/club.
You have to have everything sorted out. You also have to have a great CRM. If I tell anybody anything ever, the best thing you need to have is a CRM with, and that's just a list of your people with basically everything about them, where they're from, what they're interested in investing in. If you did this, what would they do? Like, would they be interested or not? That's the most important thing I can tell you. Because when I first started, I didn't have a great CRM and it really screwed me up. I could have probably raised a lot more money, could have helped a lot more people. So I'm starting to get that situated. I'm now with Go High Level, which is
Yeah.
a great program that I put all my contacts by us signing up and making it a link. Your email is now on my list. So just by that, and then later I add notes. So here's an example. I had my Facebook and Instagram hacked and people were getting calls, send me money. So what I did was I called my friend from Go High Level and said, I need you to do me a favor. I need you to send out a letter to everyone. I asked them to do it. They were so sweet. Please, ASAP. I'm not by my computer. I'm out and about, but I don't want to get any more calls saying I'm asking for money that I'm not doing, right? So you have to have those systems in place, especially when you're at the level that I am in terms of like really big multifamilies. We're talking large multifamilies. They think you have all this money laying around. They want to try to take it. I don't have money laying around. I'm a GP, and right now GPs are barely making anything, to be honest,
Yeah.
because all of the money is going to our limited partners because we make sure that we pay them first, right? And because of the industry and what happened in 2022, 2023, a lot of people are losing their, excuse me, French, booties. It's the best way I could say it. Um, that's a bad word, but you know what I mean. I don't want to say the other word. But that's why it's the best time to buy right now. That's why we found some incredible deals in those areas that I was telling you about. Texas, Florida, Arizona, they're all areas that I would buy right now in certain places, of course. But as long as the numbers make sense and as long as I have boots on the ground, which means people there to help me take care of it, and an asset manager and a property manager, I can do the job. So the bottom line is I need a lot of people, right? I need a lot of intelligent people that work with me that help me to be the connector.
I love it. I love it. Thank you for all the gems. Thank you for even dipping into your own personal story. I told him at the top of the podcast that, you was gonna give us life lessons. So you just gave us some life nuggets. You just gave us some business nuggets. And so let me ask you this, Miss Rachel. What are you most focused on solving or scaling next? Like, what's the next real goal for you?
Okay. Wow, that's a big question. Well, I want to get to the point where I have enough capital coming in that I can not only make sure that my family is secure and has a legacy to, have for the rest of their lives and their children's lives. I also want to give 20% back to, let's just say, temporary homeless or sexually trafficked women or abused women. I want to set up a way to help others. That is like my goal. Long term, 5 to 7 years time, I'd say that should be doable with what I do because all of our deals are a 5-year track.
Hmm.
Um, let's see what else. Most important thing to me is that people can have a roof over their head and food in their bellies, not the crap food they give on, good food, healthy food.
Right.
Um,
Exactly.
and be happy, content with where they are. It's hard. Not everybody sees the negative things that people go through. Everybody hides it. But there's
Yeah.
so many people out there that are really struggling, like
Yeah.
really struggling. And even business people that think, you think that they're doing really well, and maybe they overextended themselves, and they're having trouble too.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's all in the eyes of the beholder, and my grandma always told me that. So all I could do is try to help as many people as I can
Yeah.
with as many resources as I can get.
Yeah. No, I absolutely love that. I think that's big. The fact that you want to be able to give 20% back to like to human trafficking, people that need it, women that need it, right? I think that's totally amazing. I think that's huge. I think that's a well worth cause. And I know you know this, like the next move can either compound things or create chaos depending on how you play it. But it sounds like to me, because of your service heart, you're dedicated. You're like, listen, this is going to happen within five years, right? I think that's you said that's the goal, right?
That's my
At
goal.
minimum, right?
That's my
Yeah,
goal. But,
yeah,
goals are goals. There's no guarantee on that, right?
absolutely.
I know that the first deal I did, we were supposed to sell it in 2027, but
Hmm.
that one's probably gonna not sell until we're ready, because we had to extend it due to the fact
Hmm.
that the insurance and the taxes and everything's gone up more than we expected. Um, and quite honestly, I haven't gotten much money from that deal. My
Oh,
investors
wow.
have. Um,
Yeah.
so I'm literally in the middle of a deal right now that talk to God for me, because
Oh yeah.
when it happens, everything will change. All my
Yeah.
goals, my desires, I want to have, a place where my kids can come and have Thanksgiving and be
Yeah.
comfortable, not just a
Yeah.
little tiny place that I'm retired in.
Yeah. Yeah.
There was some
Absolutely.
issues where I did have a boyfriend until last July, and I had a home with
Hmm.
him. And then I was literally I moved to Arizona to help with a project in Arizona. Then I was like, change that. I don't really like Arizona, 130-degree weather. That
Yeah.
was not like my jam. So my KP said, "Well, we're looking at a deal in Tampa. How would you like to go look at Tampa?" I'm like, "Let's go. I'm there." So we went to Tampa. And I don't know if everybody knows what happened with the hurricane, right? So
Yeah.
I started to do that, and then there about 2 months, 2.5 months or so. Um, and then I had to get a FEMA hotel. This is
Yeah.
craziness, right? I was in a
Yeah.
FEMA hotel, and then in the middle of that, that's when I couldn't walk again. That was in
Mm,
February, and my desires have been put on hold a little bit for about 6 months.
yeah.
Um, but I'm coming back hard, strong. I mean, I'm already back in the loop with a couple of girlfriends of mine and I have a whole group, like I said, on Tuesday that's still meeting. Um, my friend Roy Brown is the head of that, and we've been friends since the beginning. Um, I believe that God put me in a place that's safe and that I can grow, and that's the most important, safety and growth. And
Yeah.
I keep going back to that. I hope that you understand. I'm not trying to repeat myself, but it's
No, I hear
important for
you.
people to know, like, I am all about um helping others, and I know $100,000 is a lot of money. I'm not a dummy, right? We do have some for 50,000, but I tell people, if you can somehow reach the 100,000 and invest, multiply your money by 2 times in 5 years.
Yeah.
At least 2 times. That's what we say. And usually it's more, but we can't promise that, right? We can't
Yeah.
say guarantee, "We're definitely gonna guarantee you more," because that's not a possibility. Um,
Yeah.
but it's a security thing. It's an asset-backed security, and it's not something like, I'm sure people make money on Bitcoin because Bitcoin goes up, I'm sure people make money on the stocks if they do it right and they don't pick the wrong ones, right? But this is an asset-backed. It's apartment buildings. They're everywhere. They're
Yeah.
going up everywhere
Yeah.
if you look around. And I don't like Class A only because, let me explain, you can't add value to them. So, you know, the rent goes up anyway, right? Because it goes
Yeah.
up every year regardless. But you're not making a change. You're not fixing it to look better. You're not making it pretty. You're not adding a dog park. You're not adding stuff like a garage with a covered garage, or you're not adding the things that are extras, a dog wash, even a dog wash, little things like that. I have a dog. Look, this this is Pebbles. Say hi.
Hi, Pebbles.
So
Hi,
I'm an
Pebbles.
animal lover. My daughter has a cat. My my whole family, my other children have a pit bull mix with whatever, but the point is like little things like that matter to people. So, me having grown children, I have seen what people actually want, right?
Yeah.
So that's what I'm trying to do is I'm adding that value. And I have construction people in every area, a whole group. We have created a point where we actually have an employment like person. I don't know how to explain that
Hmm.
exactly.
Yeah.
PEO, what it's called.
Hmm.
Um,
Hmm.
we're growing.
Yeah.
We're growing. So I
Yeah.
went from just me at House of Kings to
Hmm.
UL Assets. And I want to make that clear because I'm doing both.
Yeah.
But yeah. And I know that people are like, what do you mean both? Well, I'm not giving up my identity because House of
That's right.
Kings Collective is who I am. And I'm going to
That's right.
explain that because I think people need to understand the reason it's House of Kings Collective is my last name is Cohen, hence the Kings or High Priestess or however you want to put it. And I collect people and I collect money. So, that's why I came up with that name. That doesn't mean that I'm not going to use other names on different apartment buildings. It doesn't mean I'm not going to grow. And of course, you don't want everybody to know what you own. So you have an LLC and then you have a holding company. Um,
Yeah.
there's a lot of things that I can teach people. So, anybody that wants to learn and grow, please, I want them to contact me. I think it's important, especially, please don't take this the wrong way, Quentin, especially women, because women don't understand how much they can do, even if their mother's at home. Like they have all of these people they're connected to that they don't realize they have their connection to, and then they can
Hmm.
learn. Education, they don't have to go to school per se, and they can still grow and learn. So, and that's a lot of what I want to do is give back, especially because of, do you know that this is a separate thing I'm going to tell you about, kind of weird. I went on the AI, one of the AIs, and I asked it a question about employment, right? Let's say just specifically, let's just say a specific job, right? And I asked it if I was at this age as a woman, blah, 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 how much would I make? And it said like 280,000. And then I went
Hmm.
on another person's computer as a man and I asked the same question, how much would I make? It was 400,000. And that's even in AI. So if you tell
Yeah.
me there's no bias, that's craziness. And then everybody's
Yeah.
like, "Oh, well, women have babies and they take time off." And well, yeah, of course we do, but that shouldn't mean that we don't get paid the same amount. That should mean, oh my God, they're doing everything together. Maybe we should pay them more. And I that's my heart speaking, not maybe my business
Hmm.
sense, but my heart saying that I want to help women to get to a level, the same level as they're paying men.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I take no offense. I'll champion your cause. Like it's needed. I'm glad you're doing it. I'm glad that's your heart where your mission is. And so right there, I just want to ask you, as we wrap up, if someone wanted to reach out to you or connect with you, maybe collaborate with you, what's the best way to get in contact with you, Miss Rachel?
Well, I prefer email, but it's it's Rachel at houseofkingscollective.com. And I'm going to say it again.
Yeah.
Rachel at houseofkingscollective.com. And also you can text me, but please don't call me. You can text me and tell me where you got your number from, because I do have crazy people reaching out. And it's area code 561-888-3047. Hence the 888 is infinity. So that helps you to remember the number. The 561 is where I'm from, which is South Florida. So 561-888-3047. And the number 7 is also a lucky number. So if that
There
helps
she is,
anybody
everyone.
remember.
I keep going. But yeah, I mean, I don't
Yeah.
want to cut you off at all.
No, no, no. I appreciate
No.
I think that this is important for people to know that we're human, we're all people. Um, I have all the technology and I have all the, the help to get everything done, but it's really a personal business. And I want them to understand it's, do you like me? Do you want to work with me? Do you think I have my stuff together? All of those things come together as one. And that's the most important thing.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree more. Well, there she is, everyone, Miss Rachel Cohen. Thank you so much, my dear. For this was incredible. Thank you for your time, your story, your perspective. Thank you for your vulnerability, just sharing. Really, really appreciate having you on today. So thank you so much for being
No,
here.
thank you for having me, Quentin. It's been incredible. You've been so easy to talk to, and I love that. I love that. It's great. We should definitely
I
connect again,
appreciate that.
whenever you want. I'd love to.
Absolutely.
Love to.
Absolutely. Well, again, thank you so much. And for those tuning in, listen, I'm not going to even say if you got value from this, right? I know you got value. So make sure you're subscribed. We got amazing people still to come. But today has been amazing with Miss Rachel, and we do not want you to miss out when we have these conversations. So, again, thank you, Miss Rachel. And to everyone else, we'll see you on the next time.
Thanks for joining us for today's Real Estate Pros Show. You can learn more about the amazing benefits of the Investor Fuel Mastermind community, including surrounding yourself with hundreds of other rock stars, 100% financing for your deals, and members-only discounts from vendors you're likely already using that, as a member of Investor Fuel, will save you more than the cost of your membership. Visit investorfuel.com to learn more. If you're interested in joining us as a guest of this show, please visit investorfuel.com/pros to apply. You can also check the show notes for access to free resources, how to get access to world-class lead generation, and much more. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss another episode. Have a great day. We'll see you on the next show.